Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Creating Lasting Love of Your Dreams 4-day live event. And today is the fourth day, and I have signed in early today because I have another meeting in 1 hour 10 minutes, and this presentation is a little longer. And I just wanted to make sure that you all are able to take advantage of this. So, without further delay, I am doing this 4-day challenge where we're talking about the different things we need to take care of in order to create the lasting love of your dreams. I've had different people sign up for this event, and I've been going through what they wanted. The emails they've been writing to me, and trying to cater this whole 4-day series that I'm doing for them. For those of you who missed the previous days, you can click on the playlist link, and I'm sure it's there in the description below, and find out more. On the first day, we talked about the number one key to lasting love is to learn how to love yourself, and I talked in detail about that on the first day. Because when you are feeling whole and complete in yourself, you're not needy for relationships, so you attract the right relationships in your life, and you show up in your full power in those relationships, and you're not feeling neglected, abandoned, lonely all the time because you're there for yourself. And I discussed many things and advantages of doing that and how it protects you from difficult relationships also. And then today, on the second day, we talked about breaking free from relationship karma, because you may have all the self love, but you still have like pretty terrible relationship karma, a lot of karmic debts, a lot of karmic lessons to learn. And if that journey hasn't been done properly, then, and even karmic, exchanges coming from our ancestors. And if that journey hasn't been done properly, then there's going to be a lot of difficulty in relationships. And I shared 3 steps that you could start doing. And then for those who want not just 3 steps that they do on their own, but they want a full detailed process. I shared that we're running a promotion for the Break Free from Relationship Karma course, and we just launched that course on Tuesday, and it's available at a very special 40% off the ticket price because we're doing a launch. And for those who know me, know that I never offer the launch price ever again. And never you never get it at that price again. So that's that. And as I said, this 4-day challenge is a part of my promotions for these 3 different programs that I have. One is a self love 8-week mastery course. The second is the Break Free from Relationship Karma course. And also the Heal Strong program from toxic narcissistic abuse recovery. So on the third day, then we talked about the marriage, and what are the true secrets, what are marriage secrets that we need to be mindful about in order to have a happy and a successful marriage. And I had a pretty long talk yesterday, and I think I'm going to go much longer today to serve you in your journey. And today we're going to talk about, can you find love again after a toxic narcissistic relationship? It's a pandemic in the world where there are so many toxic narcissistic people walking around us. We can't even recognize them unless you get into a relationship with them. You don't realize they're like terrorists in how they destroy you emotionally, spiritually, physically, and in so many different ways. Now, there are so many people who are currently married to a toxic narcissist, and there are some who have exited those relationships. Either way, today's talk is going to help them, because while you're in a toxic narcissistic relationship and you're still vulnerable, it's not just one narcissist you've attracted in your life. There would be quite a few over there. And by learning the techniques and the tips I'm going to share today, you're going to learn how to become aware, and you're going to learn how to overcome those situations. And for those who are already out of those relationships, I know you're filled with a lot of fear. You're filled with a lot of, uh, you don't have faith in yourself. You're broken. You're feeling neglected, feeling betrayed, feeling shocked as like, what just happened? What did I go through? I'm a smart person. And how could I be fooled so badly in that relationship? And you've lost confidence in yourself. You're fearful of ever getting into any other relationship because the abuse was so bad that you're just so unsure of just yourself and making the right choices. You're unsure of the world, and you think that the world is full of toxic narcissistic people, and you just want to keep yourself safe. Right now it's not about the joy of relationships, and I was like, no, I want to keep myself safe. But no, it's still possible by following the techniques that I'm going to talk about today. and the extended support that you get with the Heal Strong Mastery program. Special offers are there till November 17th, 10 a.m. PST, 11:30 p.m. IST. And you have the link in the comments for those of you who have are watching the comments. Yes. So when you're so either of you will benefit from this relationship, this talk today. Those who are in a toxic relationship and those who have come out of that toxic narcissistic relationship, you both will benefit because you both will learn how to attract loving relationships back into your life. Now, those who are married will also learn, by following these techniques, you will also learn how to um, overcome uh, by when you change yourself, and I'll share many stories around that, you will find that how, in spite of being with a narcissist, you're not affected by their narcissistic behavior. They probably got distracted, or they had to, got busy with their work, or they, something happened because of which the amount of abuse that's coming your way has reduced, and you can attract other very nice friends and family and other relationships into your life, which right now also I'm imagining would be very narcissistic around you. And I hope this helps you today. Yes, so let's start with my slides. I'm trying to get my slides over here and also trying to see that we have the right slide on the screen. And until then, I'd love to hear, where are you joining from? Where are you here from? And what brought you to this video today? Did you sign up for my 4-day challenge, or did you just happen to pop in to my YouTube? And I'd love to say hi to all those who are here and all those who have joined. Um, Yes, I see Rupa. Namaste. Yes, namaste, Rupa ji. Thank you for joining. And yes, let's start with welcome to the Heal Strong webinar, because this is about my Heal Strong program. And then a lot of us in toxic narcissistic relationships feel, or who have come out of those, who have been abused, who feel that we have to be perfect and we have to fix ourselves to get their love. But you're lovable the way you are, and God loves you unconditionally. And that's a realization a lot of us don't have. I was speaking with a client who has been with us for 6 months on the one on one Heal Strong plan, and now she's extending for another 6 months. And the one thing that she said is that all these years, 20 years, I was just blaming myself that I had to fix myself. And it's only after going through the Heal Strong program that I'm now coming to the realization that no, I'm fine. Yeah, there's a lot to fix, but I'm not the cause of all that's happening in this relationship. And I'm not supposed to be the one keeping it all together. There is something wrong in this person, and this person has some very notable traits of a narcissist, and I need to work on myself, to love myself, to heal myself, to comfort myself, and find joy again in my life. And she's come to that beautiful realization, right? And my own journey with Heal Strong, I had to heal myself after many years of being in a toxic narcissistic relationship. And then I had to learn how to love myself again, heal myself again, and overcome my own susceptibilities to narcissists. And what happened is, magically, some just left and some stop targeting me anymore. Even if I am, around with those people, they just don't target me anymore because my energy has shifted. And many beautiful supportive people have handled, have entered in my life. And there are so many common challenges that we face when we are in a relationship with a narcissist. Yes, there is zero accountability, there is no emotional connection, there's no partnership, and things remain peaceful till you suppress your needs and feelings and opinions. And I understand your struggles because I have been there, and I've had all kinds of things happening to me. And I'm sure all those things are happening to you. And it's just helped me develop so much more empathy for those people who are going through it. And I'm so happy that I'm able to serve you all with something similar. So, we're going to learn the 5 step Heal Strong method to reclaim your peace and confidence. You're going to identify where you are in your Heal Strong journey. We will do a special exercise together, and there are some fast action bonuses that do expire on November 17th, 10 a.m. PDT. So let's get started. Close all the tabs in your mind, put your phone on do not disturb, and I'd like you to um, sit down and focus as we're doing. And there are many common relationship challenges that you go through when you are in a relationship with a narcissist, and you can read the screen. I'll just pick a few of them. That you're just treated like an object, right? Like a supply for them, where your needs and feelings don't matter at all. You're just there to complete a certain function. You're just a thing. You're just like a use and throw thing. And if you don't perform that used job, then you're not a good person anymore, and you will be gaslighted, you will be traumatized, you will be tormented, you will be called names, you will be invalidated, and so many things will happen. But and the minute you do the job, you will be treated well, but it's not like you're going to get some affection out of it, right? And when you don't do things the way they want it, you will get silent treatment. And you, because you're craving to be in the relationship, and you, because you don't like things being disconnected and lonely, and which is a natural human response, you get very affected by their silent treatment, and you get more and more molded by based on what they want, and you invite more and more abuse in your life, right? And how does it affect you? You become a shadow of yourself, you start losing your health, and you feel that you need to be on perfect behavior to not upset them at all, and you think everything that's going wrong is my fault. And then, because we also have some of this, right? If I don't have love in my life, because we are the loving people, the balanced people, and we think that if I don't have love in my life, what's the point? My life is meaningless. Let me do everything so that we can have a happy family and a happy relationship. And we keep putting in that effort, keep putting in that effort. And this even happens to people who are in a toxic work environment. They think, oh, the signs were there. Like one of our clients was telling one of our coaches recently, and I was catching up with the coach on the progress of the client, and the client was telling that, yeah, the signs of that whole, startup being very toxic were there right from the beginning, but I just kept ignoring it, and I thought that, oh, I just need to serve, I just need to do things better, and things will get better, and all of that, but it didn't get better, right? And this is a real world case study. We had one client who felt she had met the man of her dreams, got married against the wishes of her parents, but then later came to know she was in a very toxic relationship. She had lost her balance, she was losing her hair, and she thought having a child would improve things, but didn't happen. And then she tried to work on becoming financially independent, tried to work on herself on her own, went through a lot of challenges, but then, uh, she eventually realized that she wasn't at fault. Like the work she was doing on herself was like, okay, how can I be perfect? How can I fix? And like she started losing her health, her sleep, her promotions at work, etc. And until she joined HealStrong, and then now she is really doing very well and getting a lot of clarity and working on her next level of growth. And by the numbers, this is a 2010 Brown study from Sandra Brown, who's the founder of the Institute of Relational Harm Reduction and Public Pathology Education. And she's like, 1 in 25 people have some kind of personality disorder, and that's 12 million people. And this is from the population in 2010 in the US, right? And now these 12 million people will have significant relationships with at least five people, right? Five partners or five people, and this is not including children, right? So that means in a life, 60 million people are affected by a narcissistic relationship in just 2010. And because the entitlement is increasing, because the values are deteriorating, the ethics are deteriorating, more and more people are becoming more and more openly narcissistic. Like there's more freedom to be narcissistic now. And I've been there too. Been in a situation where I've been crying every day, been in a situation where blaming myself every day, losing my health, etc. Until one day I decided that that's not the life I want to live. And I need to do something about it. And there was a need for a solution. And why is this change needed? Because it is unhealthy and unsustainable to live like that. Yes, forgot to bring water today. And why? Because this kind of living just promotes more and more self neglect. We're unable to prioritize our healing. Your friends and family don't understand you, don't get you what you're going through. You try to explain it to them, and they're like, so what's the big deal? But they don't understand when these so many abuses happen over a long period of time, and like, what does it do to you, right? And uninformed therapists, a lot of times we go to therapists, but therapists can't help you because they're not informed about narcissism, about how to help a person recover from narcissistic abuse. So you can go through years and years of therapy and still not get a concrete roadmap or a concrete solution. Just give me a moment. It looks like I have some water here. I'm just going to grab some. And some of us reach out to our spiritual mentors. Like, we are following a spiritual path. Most of the people who come to Heal Strong are those who are following some kind of spiritual path, because they have some values and they want to follow that. But then when they try to reach out to the mentors in their spiritual path, they're told, just tolerate, it's God's will, it's your karma, and like, you have no way out, you just got to tolerate and things like that. But it doesn't work. You can't do that, you can't sustain like that. Even if all of that may be true, you can't sustain like that. And then they're unable to give you solutions, and you undergo a lot of frustration. And you tried many online programs on feeling better, sleeping better, feeling emotionally good, etc. But even those didn't work because sometimes there was a values mismatch, or there were some privacy concerns, or there was a quality of the program wasn't good. So many things. And what you really need is a holistic system. What you need is a holistic system, because even if the therapist may be trauma informed, but if they're just working with your mindset, it doesn't work. You need a holistic system that works on your body, works on your energy, works on your mind, works on your intellect, and works on your spirituality. You need to work on these 5 levels. And most of the programs don't have that comprehensive thing. And I say that with experience because I was searching. I was searching for something that was holistic, but I could. But because I traveled so much to go to different places and heal myself at so many different levels, and then finally I was able to create this model. And this model came to me very intuitively. So there is a path forward for you, and it's not about just knowing how to tiptoe in a relationship, and it's not about being scared about finding love again in a relationship after abuse, right? It's first about just thriving yourself and living a full life. And when you start doing that, all the beautiful, loving relationships are going to come to you naturally. Yes, and you don't have to be scared again, because you would be wearing like a like a bulletproof vest. You would have healed yourself, worked on yourself, and you will have such high alertness levels inside of you that you will be able to spot a narcissist even from a mile away, right? You will be able to spot it. You'll get so better because you have worked on yourself and bringing back yourself. Yes, and imagine the possibilities. Think about what would that mean for you when you're able to step into your power and you're confident again, and you're able to have that love and that joy in your life again while you're married, or even if you're looking for a new partner. Yes, so imagine what would that be possible. Now, am I saying that those who are married, your partner will change? No, I'm not saying that. I can't make commitments for things that are out of our control, right? But when you shift your energy, your partner's energy will shift. In the sense, we're not responsible for that energy, but by the principles of law of attraction, you will not be abusable anymore by them. So they will find other targets to abuse, or they will be distracted. And I'm sharing the story with a client who called me, and we were talking, and she's going in for a renewal. One of the things she said is that now her husband's job requires him to travel 5 days a week. He's out. He only comes on weekends, right? And when did that happen? When she shifted her energy. Another lady, and men also, there are men examples also, right? So there's another one who came in, and she was very fearful that her husband's going to come back after deployment, and he's going to come back home, and how's she going to work with him, deal with him, because she remembers the horrors of when he was there. I said, no, your energy has shifted. He's not going to take interest in abusing you. And that's exactly what's happened. Right now, as I said, there are men also, right? So there was this one person who had called me last year in September. He's like, I am feeling suicidal. Can you help me? I just can't take it anymore, etc. Right? And then he went through the whole HealStrong program journey, and he gained clarity that the spouse had narcissistic traits, and he realized he had a codependent nature. Right, so part of you being able to attract beauty and love in your life again is to learn how to spot those people, and to make yourself bulletproof by working on your own inner core, and your own vulnerabilities that are there. And I'm not blaming the victim here. You're a person with a great heart and a great soul. There are many vulnerabilities inside of you, and that needs to be worked upon. Yes. Now, when he got this realization and he worked on himself, he started sleeping better, eating better, looking better. His face used to be red with a lot of acne and reaction, and his face and skin has calmed down. I met him recently in Seattle. He was visiting. And I was like, wow, you look amazing. This program's good for you. Right. And then what are the benefits when you overcome these challenges of existing in a narcissistic relationship, or overcoming all the abuse and trauma that you went through, so that you can start life fresh again, is that you become free from self blame. You have very firm boundaries in place, protecting your peace, and you thrive professionally, achieving success, and you're able to create space for relationships that truly honor you and respect you. Yes, that happens. And the secret to success is there is a right way, right? And it is an integrated approach, which is emotional, physical, spiritual, all 5 levels. And that is my Heal Strong method. And you're going to go over that with me today. and take notes and start practicing it in your life. Yes, so we have I've created a 5 step roadmap for people, and all those students who are going through that are experiencing some amazing benefits of going through that program. And the beauty is that it's so simple to do, and at every stage you can recognize which stage you're at and what we need to do. And this program has been so amazing because all the coaches on my team who are coaching people one on one on this program are also able to spot, like, and give an assessment to the client, and the client is able to assess, oh, I am still at the peel stage. I still need to go, I'm still like, I want deal, but I'm not there because I still need to do peel and heal. So they have a very clear roadmap and they know what to do. And then, like this client I was talking to 2 days ago, she was saying that, yeah, I keep fluctuating. I think I'm already dealing, but then I realized that, oh, peel and heal is still left. I said, yeah, it's going to take many rounds of peel and heal before you can go further. Right. And another success story, somebody healed herself at the age of 63. She thought she had healed herself with a lot of spirituality and meditation, but when she came to the program, she realized that she still had so much resentment and she still was attracting people who were abusing her and, all of that. And when went through the program, she just fantastically transformed herself. And she's one of our top HealStrong coaches on the team. And feel the difference. It's not about knowing how to tiptoe, it's not about shying away, it's not about suppressing yourself in a relationship. You don't have to be your shadow. You can be fully yourself and live a marvelous, thrilling, fulfilling love life. And your bright future, become a disruptor. So many people just keep staying in the same patterns, but it takes very few people who have the courage to actually disrupt, become a disruptor, live a full life and find love again. And overcoming doubts, yes, you may fall back to your old self. And how can I be happy if he does not change or she does not change? Will I be able to follow through? And I understand all that happens, but I want you to believe in your potential. You are more powerful than the sun. And I want you to remember some recent achievements of yours or some achievements of yours in the past, which were insurmountable challenges, maybe at work or at home or in family or relationships, but you overcame them. You have it in you and you can do it. And your path to success is a holistic program, and this is an amazing opportunity. And what you're going to gain from it right away, is that you're going to become like, if you separated recently from a narcissist or you're still in that narcissistic relationship and you're choosing to continue, for many reasons, then at least today you're going to achieve a lot of freedom from self blame. And when that goes away, you're going to be open to feeling the need for opening up to other relationships again. Yes. And those who are married, please don't take this as a promotion for you to divorce or to do this. That's not what I do. I like put in my best energy in helping you protect your marriage. But since this talk is focused on those people who have been abused and who have been separated and they're now trying to open themselves to love again, so the focus of the talk is that those people. Yes. And there is success in action. And like, the look at this, like somebody from Australia joined our program, and within like 4 weeks, and she just did the reveal stage, and she said that, wow, this has completely blown my mind. Like, it's just such a great roadmap for me. And just picture your success and see what's possible, that you're not responsible for those endless loops and patterns, but you don't have to focus your energy on all of that again and all the blame. You just focus your energy on yourself right now. Yes, and your time is now. Seize the moment. You don't have to be scared of them. And if you transform yourself, you don't have to be scared of their reaction to them. Right. And as about me, I'm an engineer. Worked at the Microsoft headquarters in Seattle for the Windows team. I'm certified in counseling and I run my own coaching company. My journey is this was, I was struggling. I couldn't balance. I had health issues. I had vision issues. I had speech issues after many years of being in that situation. But here I am. And if I can heal, you can heal too. Yes. And I've been interviewed on the Seattle New Day Northwest show. I've done 95 like weekly live coaching show over 2 years. I've served over 5 million people in narcissistic abuse recovery. Here, 125 Heal Strong heroes have completed their recovery. And I topped college and I took sixth in university, 6,000 people or more graduating in engineering at that time. And some success here. This is a senior VP who was stuck in a toxic relationship, dating somebody, hoping for marriage to come for many, many years. And then later we realized, and like, through the work, 1 year she took Platinum Plus coaching with me. And through the work together, she finally came to a stage where she learned how to love herself again, overcome the fear that, oh, if not this relationship, how will I get married again, or how will I find. And she was able to be self-partnered and open herself to beautiful love again. And there are defining moments in my journey where nothing was working, as I said. And my recovery, as I went through my recovery process, I realized that it's not just about challenging my thoughts, right? It's about working on my energy and having a very holistic. Now some people may just go for chakra healing and hoping it works, and some people just go for therapy and they hope things work, but it doesn't work. Because if you go just for chakra healing and cleansing your energy, you'll be clean for some time, but because your mindset is still the same, your the whole energy system will default back to what it was. Now similarly, if you only do thought work, you don't do the work at the energy level, then your thought work will not sustain itself because the energy is still defaulting to the old pattern. And at Heal Strong, we help you do both together and a lot more. So my energy went from hurting to healed. And I'm here full of energy, showing up every single day so many times and doing so many wonderful things and living a very beautiful life, full of happiness and contentment. And I've been a Gold Star winner at Microsoft, and I have many recognitions from my clients and customers, and one of the top YouTube shows that I ran on one of the channels, and so many beautiful lessons. This is from somebody from India. This is somebody from New Zealand. This is somebody from USA. Again, India, and so many different places, right? And then this is another client I had who was going through a divorce. And then he just couldn't understand why was the divorce going on, and then why was he struggling and suffering so much. And then until he came to the program, he realized that his ex-wife, I mean the wife he was divorcing, had narcissistic traits. And then he had to go through a whole healing process in himself. And as he gradually recovered and felt more whole, he was able to also cope with the whole separation better. And some more things, like another one I love, this is what I live for. Somebody was about to end their life, but going through the program, that's what they've benefited. And we have a nice beautiful community, large enough to meet your needs and small enough to offer a personal touch. And why trust me? Because I have walked this path, and I have been able to, because of my engineering background, I've been able to create a stepwise process which is logical and addressing you at the logical and emotional level. And so many people have worked through it, and I can do better if I probably go back to my tech job. It's easier, it's simpler. Running this life coaching company and doing so many things is very challenging, but I see it as a labor of love. I see that I went through the journey so that I could serve. I went through that, and now I'm here. I'm called to serve, and this is what I can do for all of you. And a hidden truth in narcissistic relationships is a lot of us feel that the empath, there's a empath is carrying like a very big, heavy burden, and they feel. I want you to break this myth that if I just love harder or do more, I can heal them. If I just work harder, love harder, I can fix them. Because that's the nature of the empath. Through my love, through my understanding, through my empathy, this person has gone through some childhood trauma, something has happened, and I can just heal them. And this belief leads to a codependent cycle where you overly serve, you take full relationship of the responsibility of the relationship success at the cost of your own well-being. And I want you to know that you cannot fix the narcissist because by definition they are unfixable, and it's not your responsibility to do so. And once you work on your vulnerabilities, you can find your partner and healing. Yes. So you cannot fix the narcissist. They're unfixable. Why? Because a narcissist, by definition, they think they're perfect. Now, how can you help a perfect person see their flaws and help them heal? And they've created this false self because they hate themselves. They hate it if they end up seeing any imperfection or any blemish on their part. So what they've done is that real self, that authentic self, they've suppressed it. They've created this false self which is perfect in their eyes, and they just don't want to acknowledge that real self, and therefore they have this huge persona. Now how are you going to break through that? It's impossible. And if you are able to break through that, they're not a narcissist. Yes. I had somebody write to me that with a lot of smileys, and I was like, why is she so happy? uh, she's sending text to our business number, and my assistant saw it, and she's like, ma'am, I really want you to see this. And I'm like, yeah, fine, show it to me. I'll log in and check what's coming on WhatsApp. And then there she was like, I have discovered after hearing your videos that my husband is a narcissist. So can you help me heal the narcissist? Can he sign up for your Heal Strong program and heal himself? I said, no. They're unfixable by definition. And she goes, no, I think I've understood the issue really well, and I can help them, and I can help them fix. I said, yeah, you think like that because you think that you can be happy only when this person fixes themselves, but this person is unfixable and you're going to remain unhappy. What you need to fix is this, that I can fix them. We can't. And that's a true empath nature that needs to come to a super empath nature, that I can't do that. And then why does this aha moment matter? Because then you'll break the cycle of taking too much responsibility and affecting your health, the self blame, the exhaustion, and the emotional entrapment, almost like parent and child. And you'll be able to reclaim your energy and your self worth and freedom. And think of it like this: the loving relationships and the happiness that you are seeking is within you, it's within reach. And you need to just come home to yourself and feel it again, feel whole again. Yes, it's like this beautiful tarot card that I love from the Osho tarot cards. It's called the Outsider. And this is, the lock is open, but the boy still thinks that this door to this beautiful garden where all the children are playing is locked, and they can't get in. But here the lock is open. And similarly in our lives as empaths, the lock is open, and all we need to do is come home to ourselves and heal ourselves. And when I realized this, like, I've gone through a lot. When did I realize this, right? Like, once I had just been gotten the award at Microsoft for Gold Star Employee Award winner. But this is 2 days before this. I was coming back home from work, and I used to live in the campus area, and I was trying to, took a shuttle, internal campus shuttle, and I got down to the nearest building near my home, and then I was trying to cross the road, and I'd reached such a point of confusion and lack of clarity in my life, that I am standing at the traffic signal. I've hit the button, like, indicating I want to cross, and then I'm not sure if I need to cross when the man is red or the man is green. I was so confused. And then like, when do I cross? And then I think a few passes happened like that, and then until somebody else came and stood over there. And then when they crossed, I just like ran behind them, and I came back home, and I'm like, I'm not so stupid, like, what's happening to me? And then, of course, 2 days later or the next day, I don't remember, but I got the Microsoft Gold Star Employee Award. And I was like, it's not making sense. These guys are giving me this award, but I can't even cross the road. And I've never had that, and I know myself to be smarter than this and more collected than this. And like, what is going on here, right? So that's when I realized this, that I'm putting in so much energy in trying to fix things, but no, I need help right now, and I need to fix myself. It's not worth it. And there are so many evidences from my clients about such journeys. And the key takeaway I want you to have is that narcissists, by definition, they cannot change, and you by are not to blame for what has happened in your past relationship, or your current relationship with a narcissist. And therein, once you come to that realization and you put the spotlight on the focus back on yourself, is when things will start working for you. And for that, let's go through this step Heal Strong method. Yes. So I have created this thing, and it's like, for you. And it's a very simple process to remember. Of course, there's a lot of inner work and a lot of deep work that you need to do. It's very simple to remember. So it's reveal, peel, heal, deal, and zeal. And I got lucky that I was able to find rhyming words for all of this. So the reveal stage is where you first identify what are the toxic traits of a narcissist, and you learn how to spot those traits in people, right? And you become aware. The whole, there's a revelation of all these different toxic traits, and it's not some random behavior that's happening to you. No, these are toxic traits that are coming. So when you have definitions for those, when you know that there are like 10 traits that you can use to recognize if the person is a narcissist. I also give out a free checklist somewhere, and I don't have the link right now, where you can download and identify 15 traits that are there, and you can see if you're experiencing those in your relationship. Now, when you do that, when you do the reveal stage, a big weight goes off. You stop blaming yourself. You stop trying to figure out what's happening. And you're like, man, I'm living with this person. But you also start feeling very angry with yourself for not spotting these traits earlier, for being naive, for being stupid. And you're also angry with them that, man, this is a manipulative person, and how dare they do this to me willingly and knowingly. So there's a lot of anger in the stage, but it's still very liberating because you're like, I'm not to blame here. But next is the peel stage. Another peel stage, you're working on your vulnerabilities. You're learning how to spot your vulnerabilities. You're learning how to understand, what traits that are there inside of you that are making you susceptible to them. Is it codependency? Is it lack of self-love? Is it lack of confidence? Is it that, yeah, I can fix every situation, or I'm supposed to be the emotional balancer, of everything around. So in this stage, we have at least 10 such traits that we identify. And we also teach you the cycle of what it is to be in a narcissistic relationship. And you also get to identify what stage of that cycle are you in your relationship. Yes. And then after that comes the heal stage, right? So when you've had the right revelations and when you have peeled through your own layers, it's time to heal. Because right now you have a logical understanding of the reveal and the peel stages, but the healing needs a lot more deeper work. And that's where the 5 step healing process comes in that I talked about. And we're going to go further, and you get access to more modules: the Master Self Love module, Heal Your Inner Child module, Break Free from Relationship Karma module, if you sign up in time for the bonuses. And then comes the deal stage, which is I need to deal better with my toxic partner and other toxic relationships and develop a secure relationship style, right? So a lot of times people come to me like, no, how do I set boundaries? How do I do this? What do I do when they say this? What do I do when they create confusion in the minds of my children? Or what do I do when the person I'm dating is behaving like this with me? Or, how do I do this? How do I do that? Right. And like a lot of times we want to do this how to, but you're not able to sustain the how to unless you have done the reveal, peel, and heal properly. Because even if I give you all these tips on how to do things, you won't be able to do it because you won't be able to act from a position of strength. And then once you learn how to deal with them better, the next is the zeal. Yes. And the zeal is for those, for whom this program today is to find that loving relationship and true love again. And so you don't want to go in a boomerang, relationship where you just came out of one and you go into another one. No. When you're in a toxic situation and you've just escaped that, right? You want to go through your own healing so that you can truly develop a clear identity, have personal goals, have high antenna, have a high radar for spotting toxic relationships, and you would have shifted your energy so much that nobody is coming close to you. Those toxic relationships don't find you worthwhile because they know you're not abusable. Right? And there's so many different stories. This is the reveal stage that I shared with you about the person who called me in September last year, and how he recognized his wife had narcissistic traits. This is another one who was, had gotten divorced, and then she came to me, I think, 3 years ago, and we worked through all of these things. Understood that she was in a narcissistic, toxic relationship. She overcame the susceptibility of not attracting them in her life, started recognizing that so much, and started feeling so much better. And uh, and she also got promoted twice, actually, in that year, though she very humbly said only one. And now she's become such a successful leader in her organization, and she's open to beautiful, loving relationships again. And she has a very strong radar, and she's been doing great in the filtering process. And the heal steps that I've talked about here in the heal stage, and I said that we go through a 5 step process, out of which the 4 steps are where you work on physical relief, which is first relieving your body and relaxing your body, because you've gone through something called as complex PTSD, which is, PTSD. One time you went through a war, you went through a fire, one time. But complex PTSD is when you've repeatedly had like continuous abuse. It becomes complex PTSD, and your body undergoes a lot of changes. Your brain undergoes a lot of changes. So a lot of physical relief needs to be brought about over there to bring yourself back to normal. And then there's a lot of belief release, because there's a lot of scripts that we carry that we've recognized in the peel stage. And those old beliefs need to be released at a mental level, logical level, and also at an energetic level. We need to do retelling our stories, because there are some stories we've told ourselves of, in our life of, and you want to move from that stance of victimhood to a stance of victor. And you revisit those painful limiting memories, and instead of seeing it from a place of pain, that, and again, that happens when you heal, is when you're able to retell those stories, right? And then there's a hero's arc, right? You've done the stories release, You've rewritten the stories of the past. You're doing the energy release simultaneously with all of these things. All these stories have a lot of energy residue in your body, in your cells, in your chakras. All the beliefs have energy residues, and all of that needs to be released so that the new things can happen and form. And then there's spiritual release also, right? And you learn that now. Yeah, this is somebody who learned how to thrive in a toxic relationship. She realized that after 32 years of her marriage, right? And this is somebody who yeah, this is the one I was talking about, whom I just chatting 2 days ago. And like, how she's been able to take charge of her family and support, her husband and her children, in that sense, right? Keep the marriage together. So now someone went from divorce to director position, as I talked about, right? Like this one was just gone through like terrible trauma and abuse, and then got divorced, kept blaming herself for the divorce all these years, even changed countries so that she didn't have to be in the same country. And get all those memories while her ex got remarried and she went through another angry pang. But then finally, when she went through this whole program, she realized that no, she is, there's so much empathy, and there's so many practical tools like flowcharts, guided visualizations, and tracking sheets, and so much. And it took time, but, because as I said, I'm an engineering brain, so you're going to get a lot of these things also. And she's more stronger and more resilient. And so many of them became Heal Strong coaches on our team. And these are the 5 steps that I talked about, which is reveal, peel, heal, deal, and zeal. Whichever stage you're at, you can get the next step for that. And when you join the Heal Strong program, and I guarantee once you go through these 5 steps, you can do them on your own or you come to us. You will never fall back to your old ways of being, because this is holistic, this is comprehensive, and there is no program like that. And I don't say that because I made the program. I say that based on the success we've had with all our clients who have applied this program. And is it rocket science? No. It's a pattern. And once you beat the pattern, you become unbeatable. You become free. The door is open for you. And can you start with a simple step? Then I just want you to look at yourself in the mirror, and I want you to look at your eyes with love, and I want you to say to yourself, I love you. We did this exercise on Monday, I think. And I'm just telling you to do it to yourself right now. Just close your eyes. Either you look into yourself in a mirror with your eyes open, or you close your eyes and your mind's eye, look at yourself again and say, I love you and your name. And I'd like you to say that 3 times. I love you and your name. I love you and your name. I love you and your name. And I want you to connect with, how does that feel in your body? How does that feel in your mind? Do you feel weird? Do you feel like, I don't want to do this. I'm not lovable. What is she talking about? I hate looking at myself. I hate giving attention to myself. And those are signs of the healing that we need to undertake. Because when a person has a lot of self love, they won't be susceptible to any abuse, right? And when they've gone through the Heal Strong process, they would have healed themselves completely, right? And commitment is very important. So I'd like you to commit to this every single day in your life, where you can do this every single day. And steps will help you start recognizing yourself as a person. First, right now, we don't even acknowledge ourselves as a person. Even we ourselves treat ourselves like an object. And, what to speak of the narcissist. So when we start honoring ourselves and start loving ourselves again, and we're more inspired to find healing for ourselves also. So I'd like you to do this again at least for 5 days, and feel free to write to us on connect@namitapurohit.com to report your progress and how was that for you. So I'd love for that accountability. And further on, we're just looking through the time here. And commitment is very important. That's why I'm telling you to do it for 5 days, one day I just decided I'm not going to cry anymore. And I'm going to do something that's fun for myself, that gives me joy. Something simple, something easy, even for 5 minutes. But I'm going to do something that gives me joy every single day. And as I started doing that, my whole perspective shifted, and my whole energy shifted, and my whole energy towards myself shifted. And that's when I started taking a lot of heals. And it took me many, many years to come to this uh, point where then I could start working and helping others. And then also in now, coming up with the Heal Strong program. I think I had to go through like a 5 or 6 year journey in learning all these different pieces and applying it to myself. And I'm so happy that with the Heal Strong program, I see so many people are able to go much faster in their journey. Now, if you're doubtful, I know you have a lot going on in your life right now, and it can be overwhelming if you're trying to apply. And this mirror exercise or this looking at yourself in the mind's eye, also something so simple. And you'll just we end up going back to our regular routine. We have the information but no transformation, and we find it hard to take action. And that does not allow us to make any progress. Like, we feel blocked. We have the knowledge, but then we still feel blocked. And therefore, I made you do the exercise right now so that you feel the effect of it, because I don't like to just give information. I want you to feel it, right? So that's why I made you do the exercise right now. And also share in the chat or send us an email and how you felt. And so far I've talked about the 5-step process, and I want you to also let me know where you are in the process here, whether you are at the reveal stage, whether you're the peel stage, heal stage, deal stage, and zeal stage. Which stage are you at? And sometimes we may think we're at the deal stage, but we still have deeper healing to do. So this loop of from deal, peel, heal, sometimes we go through multiple cycles until we feel completely healed and whole again. And the method works. This is a SAP consultant from Dallas who went through this program. She had attended one of my events in Dallas last year, Ease Infinity. And then she signed up for wanting to become a certified coach. And then she also signed up to get coached in the HealStrong methodology because she needed healing herself, and she was doing both programs simultaneously. And then now she's also a certified coach, and she is healed, and she was able to address her own vulnerabilities and feel happy again in her life. So imagine what your transformation are would be, what it would be to be happy again, to be open to love again, to be open to the greatest love story with yourself again, and to open to attracting loving relationships in your life again, and that true partner in your life again, if you're single and you're recovering. Yes, what would that be, where you're able to contribute again in those meetings, where you're able to really give your best shot at work? You're not bogged down with your health and a foggy head, brain fog, but you're able to just do something really well, right? And there will be challenges, staying focused, falling out back patterns, and you've lost a lot of your health. So you're getting tired and losing health, so it becomes difficult to focus, and you're not clear if you're doing it right. Sometimes we try to do these things, and then we don't do it right, and it backfires, right? Like, we don't want people, like, what's the ideal goal for you is that you're not becoming this aggressive person who's like smashing all the narcissists around you, right? That's not what the goal is, right? I mean, you're upset, angry all the time, right? That's not what the goal. And anyway, that happens naturally, and I have a lot of grace and a lot of compassion for that. But where do we want to be is that where we rise above, fully partnered, fully confident in ourselves, fully healed and whole, growing and glowing in our life, where the narcissists don't even come to us. And we're only having beautiful relationships in our life. And that's been my journey. And also, when you're trying to do this alone, you feel alone in your journey. And I understand your concerns. I've tried this on my own. And you may think, can I sustain? The pain is too much for me to handle. I'm getting confused. I can't sustain. And you need kindred spirits. You need community also around you. And you've seen many YouTube videos and many books and all, like, it's frustrating, nothing works. No, it doesn't work because you need hand holding and you need a process, and support matters, right? Like, one of the reviews we got was, I tried years of do it yourself, but I was sinking. So when you have a structured stepwise program with action items and the things, and there's expert guidance available for you, and that can make all the difference in your life. And you're not guessing anymore, you're not doing any wrong application that may cause more damage, and you're not constantly wondering if you're on the right stage, and you're feeling heard and understood. That it And I'm seeing so many people feel empowered just by that I'm not alone on this journey, and there are coaches who understand my journey, and they are empathizing with me, and they truly understand what it is, and they're not telling me to just remain and wallow in pain and complain. They're helping me lift myself back up again, right? And the story that I shared earlier, lady who's now making progress, she came back. She was on the do it yourself of the Heal Strong program, and she did a lot of progress, and she took a break. Now she's come back and she's doing, like, also taking one-on-one coaching. She's like, no, I want to accelerate this journey. I don't want to keep doing it on my own, right? And support has helped me too, because there are many podcasts even that I create on Heal Strong, and you can sign up for my YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can get updates for whenever I release the podcast on narcissistic abuse recovery, and that helps. And I try to give a lot of value in those podcasts. But similarly, like, I had to launch a membership, and I joined Stu McLaren's membership launch program. And then when I did that, I mean, I knew everything that he was talking there, right? Because I had heard each and every of his podcast. But I still needed a system for someone to like tell me, like, okay, Namita, you're here, and let's now take the next step, and let's take the next step. So when I joined his 8 week program, it wasn't that I was learning something new, but it was a very systematic, structured program with a lot of support and telling me what my next stage was at every step that helped me. I knew how to get all that data and information together and like have transformation in my business. And like when I was in your state, I needed a comprehensive program, but there was none. I did 2 therapeutic courses, I did 3 levels of healing courses, and I had so many experts from different fields. I traveled across, spent thousands of dollars, getting healed and whole from so many different people, and I was able to make it simple. And there's continued learning because there is many years of healing. At the age of 63, somebody who thought she was already healed, she came back, and then she went to like rigorous 2 years of working on herself, right? And then if so many people could do it, if BRBGCJMKA, all these different names that I have referenced, they could do it, you could do it too, because they were also stuck in the same thing, that it's my karma, I'm doing chakra work, or there's no way out, and my friends and family make not don't understand, spiritual people don't understand, something's wrong with me. They were all in that state, but they were able to make progress. And when you are not confused anymore, and you're relieved that you are in good hands, and you have great clarity with an exact path. And as I said, I was down and out, but now I'm here serving everyone. Now, do you want to go through like a 10-year journey like me, or do you want to go through it in like less than 10 months? Yes. And common doubts, nothing has worked. This is my karma, but you can do it. So many have done it. So far, I've given you 5 key steps, which is when you are trying to attract love again in your life, there's a 5 step process that you need to go through after you are, gone through a toxic relationship, which is reveal, peel, heal, deal, and zeal. Attracting love in your life. Without that, you will attract a toxic partner again, because you will still be susceptible. You will still have the uh, patterns which, instead of them treating you with compassion and love and nurturing you with that, they will exploit you and abuse you. And therefore, if you're trying to attract love in your life, trying to attract peace in your life and happiness, even while you're in a toxic relationship, you need to follow a 5 step process. Reveal is to understand what toxic traits are. Peel is to understand your own vulnerabilities and work on them. Heal is to go through a comprehensive 5 step healing process, right from physical, energy, mental, intellectual, spiritual, and retelling your stories, changing your beliefs, changing your energy, all of that. And then learning how to deal. Like, how do I deal with this toxic partner? How do I, how do I do this? How do I handle their gaslighting? How do I handle their constant invalidation, their criticism? How do I say no to this? And how do I set boundaries and all of that, right? There's so much how to's over there. How do I handle parenting children with them? So many different things there, right? So that's what you learn in the deal stage. And then, of course, there is zeal of finding new love in your life, finding, your own potential and living up to your own potential and doing wonderful things in your life. Yes. So healing has to be holistic is another thing that I've shared with you. Otherwise, it doesn't work. And healing and recovery is possible with the right program. And you don't have to be in that state. You are not to blame. And you cannot fix the narcissist. And you can have a better life for yourself and your children. And there has to take, importance of taking action. Time does not heal things. Because if you're still with the same situation and their pattern and your pattern, and we haven't worked on it, then time does not heal things. Yes, time can heal when you go through a proper process, which I've shared with you. And in fact, things get worse if you just leave it on time. Your health, your finances, your abilities, everything gets lost. And the more broken you get, the harder it gets to come back. I've seen that too. Those people who stay longer, who come to me after 37 years and 30 years and 20 years of going through narcissistic relationships, it's so much harder for them to come back because there's so much destruction that has happened inside. So just do it. And I needed healing and my business needed healing. And if I allowed it to heal over time, I wouldn't be here doing a YouTube video with you. I had to jump in, take action, and try something that works. So, your path to success is making a commitment to your own healing and growth. And are you ready to make a commitment to your own healing and growth with this 5 step process? Please do it. And if you can't do it alone, which I think is going to be really hard to do it alone, then I invite you to join the Heal Strong program. I'm going to get to some special offers in a minute. So you want to be committed to your healing and process, and you want to give up these two things, that I should be able to fix myself on my own. I'm not worthy of investing in, and a few more. I should be able to fix the narcissist with my love, and I should be, constantly serving them. And if I just keep serving them, one day their heart will change. No, you're dealing with a narcissist, a regular person, yes, but not with narcissists, yes. And I want you to take a minute to reflect on your goals. What does that life look like? Like, what do you really want from your life? And what do you want to achieve it? And can you achieve it in the current state you're in? Is it possible for you? No. Therefore, you need to go through a 5 step process to heal yourself. And have you gotten there on your own so far? And can you get there wherever you want to get there without tools and assistance? And why are you wasting your time? So, your time is now. In an adult life, you're never going to have free time. I have some people who are like every weekend they're like trying to join, but then they don't join. And then eventually I'm like, if you're not invested in your own self, or whenever it is the right time for you, our doors are open, but you have to feel it, that you have to do it right now, because it's not valuable and it's not good to just continue in the same pain, right? And things will not fix on their own, and you're never going to feel ready. You're never going to have time. Adult life, you will never have time. So don't waste your time, just do it. Getting ready for what's next, I want to talk to you about my Heal Strong program, the special offers that are there, and you get access to coaching, courses, and community, depending on the tier you join, because now we've introduced 3 tiers in the Heal Strong program. And this is the Heal Strong Mastery program, where you get all 5 of these through courses. And the courses have text lessons, video lessons, audio lessons. They have checklists, they have a process, they have steps, and there are some special bonuses. So when you join this, you know exactly which stage you're at, what are the emotions and misconceptions of each stage, and what you need to do, overcome them. And your investment is important because you're the most important asset. And if you don't take action, suffering for 20 years, 25 years, 30 years is not a badge of honor. It's you causing a lot of damage for yourself. And you'll be angry with yourself that you didn't do it. And many lost opportunities, etc. So, what you're going to get is, for those of you who are interested in making the investment, as I said, there is a special offer going on here, and I'm sharing that with you, the link to that program, where you can enroll and share and get access to those special offers. So you get all the Heal Strong modules worth $4,000. You get group coaching calls worth $1,600, community worth $500, and you get these special 4 bonuses and priceless hand holding from a master coach who's been there and done that through it all. And you're going to plan start at $99 a month. At 99, you get access to the courses and community. At 249, you get access to the courses, group calls, and community. And at I think it's 499. I don't remember what it is, but there you also get one-on-one coaching uh, session with an experienced person who has gone through this journey themselves and who have worked on themselves. Yes. And there are proven results, as I've talked about, and I have only 10 spots available for this special bonus to ensure each person gets the support that they need. Because, as I said, we want to stay big enough to earn your trust, but at the same time, we want to stay small enough so that we can be personal in our touch with you. And act now, because these fast action bonuses that come when you enroll for either the 99, 249, whichever tier, is that all these fast action bonuses close. The one-on-one call with me that you get for 30 minutes, the inner child healing bonus that you get worth $300, your heal your relationship karma bonus, which is $300, and you get my inner circle contact list of healers, astrologers, readers, signature analysts, and graphologists, and everyone at a very, and there's no price to put it at, right? Because they're such amazing people that it's so difficult to get the right referrals for these things. So I expect these spots to fill up soon, and I'm passionate about your success because I've gone through this journey, and I know if I could succeed, I want each one of you to succeed. And that's what I want. And this is fully designed with your success in mind, because you need ongoing support. This is not about attending one video, you need ongoing support. So don't miss out on this unique opportunity to transform your life and attract love again. And as I said, act now. And we stop here just checking to see how are we all doing. So yeah, very special pre Black Friday offers for all my relationship related courses, right from self love to break free from relationship karma, and of course the Heal Strong program. So I look forward to seeing you inside. I look forward to serving you there. And I look forward to supporting you